Roxo Media House.
Hey Frog fans, welcome inside the Flying T Club studio here at Roxo Media House. I'm Kate Westrom.
And I'm Bailee Broadus with the TCU Cheer Team.
Thank you for always supporting TCU Cheer, and we look forward to seeing you at the Amon G. Carter Stadium or the Scholmeyer Arena so soon.
We're excited to host this edition of Frogs Today. In today's show, the TCU football team picks up its first conference win. Our triathlon team takes on last year's national champions.
Plus, TCU Volleyball prepares to take on another nationally ranked team and has our soccer team hit its stride heading into the conference play. Today's show starts after a quick word from one of our sponsors. Stay tuned!
Higginbotham, we put people first. So we simply start by listening to you. Whether you're searching for customized insurance, HR, or financial solutions to protect your home, car, health, business, or employees, our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm your host, Kate Westrom. The TCU football team picked up its first conference win last week after beating Houston 36-13. Our defense has been dominant. They haven't allowed any offensive touchdowns in the last 2 games. Tomorrow, our football team is back home in the Carter with an 11 a.m. kickoff against our crosstown rival, SMU. We spoke to Coach Sonny Dykes about going up against his old school in his State of the Frogs coaches show earlier this week.
A lot of those guys are guys that we recruited, have known for a long time. And have been there and had a lot of success through the years. And so it's a very veteran team. When you sit down and look at them, 9, 10 starters on defense that are seniors, a lot of guys that have a ton of experience. 4 of the 5 offensive lineman starters are guys we recruited. Obviously Preston Stone, the quarterback, is somebody we recruited, and a couple of the wide receivers as well. So it's a good football team. They really have played well so far this season. They were in a tight game until late in the game at Oklahoma, and played well against Louisiana Tech week 1 and had a big win this past week. So it's a good football team, a team that's going to be excited to play us. And that's the one thing SMU teams are always going to get up for TCU, and we got to do what we did last week. We got to not only match their enthusiasm, we have to exceed it. And our players have to be excited to play this game, and we're excited about playing at Amon Carter Stadium, and we're looking forward to to getting a chance to play against a really good football team.
This will be the last time our football team plays SMU for a while. The well-known Iron Skillet rivalry will be put on pause following tomorrow's game, and the team wants to end this series on top.
To be honest with you, right now, it's coming up to a pause, so, this is the biggest one. This is the one that's going to be the most memorable, pretty much. So, you win this, everybody going to talk about it. You lose it, everybody going to talk about it. So either way it goes, it's going to be remembered.
I think today, it was Coker. He was talking about, SMU only exists to beat TCU. I don't think they, as long as they beat TCU, in their minds, they had a good season. So we definitely got to show up with more excitement than them because we know that they're going to be ready to play and come with a lot of energy. So we just got to exceed that.
TCU and SMU have played each other 101 times since 1915. TCU leads the series with 52 wins over the Mustangs. Here's what the students on campus are saying about not playing SMU moving forward.
Might as well take the skillet forever.
SMU, I think they're our little brother.
I feel like we've been above SMU for the past couple, years.
I think it's a shame. I think it's a rivalry that needs to exist.
Everyone's going to be fired up. I'm excited for the last game, but kind of sad we're not going to be able to win against them every year now. So.
Please don't forget to join us here on frogstoday.com for our pregame show 90 minutes before kickoff. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Simply the best barbecue in Fort Worth. Dine in, catering, or drive-through. 2900 Montgomery, just off I-30. Remember, the best barbecue in Fort Worth is at Railhead Smokehouse.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm Bailee Broadus. The TCU Triathlon team competed in the battle in the Fort Triathlon against last year's national champions, Arizona State, and won. The team is now 2-0 on the season. Frogs Today student reporter Ella Gonzalez has a closer look at how this team is competing at such a high level in its first year as a varsity sport.
Hey Frog fans, TCU's all-women's triathlon team is brand new to campus and undefeated. They just beat defending champions ASU by 2 points last weekend. Let's hear from head coach Garrison and leading athlete Jenna Buchanan.
TCU added triathlon, I think, right before COVID, and then they put it on pause and they brought it, like they hired me about 2 years ago, and then we started last fall, so the fall of 2022, these girls started training, and then our first competition season is this fall. The girls work really, really hard, I would say, and we have an incredibly supportive school and community that this would be pretty hard if we didn't have that. So we have essentially 2 transfer girls that we've gotten, and one of them was doing it at a previous school before here at NCAA school. The rest of the girls came in as freshmen. Our goals at regionals would be to be top 3 at regionals, and I think if we can race the way I know we can, I think we'll have a great experience and a great year to build upon. And I feel like it's been that way so far.
In high school, I ran cross country and track, and I did 1 season of swim. I don't have too many specific individual goals, but I think the team has a lot of potential for the rest of the season, and I'm really excited to see what we can do. I'm really excited for regionals especially. I think when the other teams have all of their top girls, it's going to be really interesting to see what we can do against them. All of my teammates are at a pretty similar level, but as long as we continue to push each other, I think we're all going to do great.
Thanks, Ella, and congratulations to the team. The TCU volleyball team went 3-0 in last weekend's fight in the Fort tournament. Junior Melanie Parra led the team with 76 kills, 6 aces, and 5 blocks in those 3 games. Following her record-breaking weekend, Parra earned AVCA National Honors and was named Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. She ended the weekend with 85.5 points. Way to go, Melanie. TCU volleyball plays Kansas State again tonight at 6:30 p.m. Switching to soccer now, the team picked up another big win versus Cincinnati last night. That's 2 wins in a row after taking care of SFA last weekend. The soccer team is gaining confidence following a huge tie against number 1 ranked BYU. Sophomore Seven Castaigne scored 2 goals against BYU. She spoke about playing forward in Coach Bell's offense.
A big part of my game, I think, has been off the ball movement, and me and Ryan have talked about it a lot. Is just always putting myself in goal scoring positions. So I do my best to try to get free when I can. I think off the ball movement is a really big part of being a 9 because you're not always going to get the ball at your feet and be able to dribble people out wide 1v1. A lot of times I have a girl on my back, or it's I have to outrun someone to get to goal, and kind of like today, it's just doing your best to get lost in the chaos and see if you can put something in, because the goal is a goal.
Congrats to midfielder Gracie Bryan, who earned Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week honors. Gracie became just the 3rd player in program history to score 30 goals in her career after netting 2 more this past week. Things are looking up for the team going into Sunday's game against West Virginia. Good luck, ladies. We'll be right back.
John's Grill is the newest venture from John Pinnell and the Pinnell's Restaurant Group. A reach-to-table concept featuring food, beer, and spirits from around the great state of Texas. Our menu is designed by Chef Sean Alvarez and features 2 chef-inspired burgers, the Fatty and the Flatty, plus a brisket menu perfect for your casual night out. Fast casual service in a fun, relaxed, family-friendly environment, featuring 11 big screen TVs for you to catch the big game on. Our mixology team has created a craft cocktail and beer menu featuring local spirits and brews from across Texas. John's Grill, home of the Players Club show each week, 2905 West Berry Street in Fort Worth, or online at johnsgrill.com.
We're lucky to have a collective that's as strong and as powerful as the Flying T Club. It's a big deal for us. It is a game changer. I would just encourage any fans out there to support it. Everyone asks me, what's the biggest priority? And I say, NIL is big. Please jump on board, show these student athletes how much they mean to you. The thing about NIL is I think there's a right and a wrong way to do it, and the Flying T Clubs do it the right way. Let's keep winning. Join the Flying T Club today.
Before we go, remember to swing by John's Grill every Thursday night to watch the Players Club. The show is taped live every Thursday at 6 p.m. This week, members of the TCU Triathlon team were guests on the show.
Look at the good side, hey, she's going to challenge me, and she's going to help the group, the team to do better. For me, for example, I just want to say it because I was so happy. Ani, she's a really good, strong, she's from the best swimmers in the team, and she was struggling a little bit in the first races because like swimming in a triathlon, it's not the same than swimming in a swimming pool. It's just so different. You have to be used to swimming with a lot of people together. And like this weekend, seeing her like coming out of the water in the front, I'm like, there's where you belong. And I was so happy. Even I was behind her, I was watching her like at the bike, and I was like, yeah, she got it. Because like in the last race where she came off the water like just behind me, it's like, this is not your place. Like your place is in the front.
No, yeah, and also going off that, like I had a race this summer that I was doing, and Sarah is a phenomenal biker. And I was just in the bike pack, and I was working hard with these girls, and I was like, I wish Sarah was here. So I could be biking with her, and we could be taking turns pulling. And honestly, I think that's, like I said, like we know our stuff. And when we're in the race and we're near each other, like we know how to keep pushing, how to make ourselves just that much better, even just in a race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun hosting this week's episode of Frogs Today. For everyone behind the scenes here at Roxo Media House, I'm Bailee Broadus.
And I'm Kate Westrom. Thanks for watching this week's show, and thank you for always supporting TCU Athletics. Make sure you like and subscribe to Frogs Today for the best content and interviews with coaches and athletes. Until next week,
Go Frogs!
Roxo Media House.